Hello traders, and welcome to the August 2021 update for the TradeMarkers software. This is a major feature update. It will be the final update for the NinjaTrader 7 platform. We'll do maintenance updates if you find any problems with what's being released. But new features will all be on the NinjaTrader 8 platform. So if you haven't made that move, I highly recommend it. It is an improvement, although it definitely takes a few minutes to get used to. So, first feature I want to go over is we can select the price at which we want our entry to be calculated. By default, it's always been calculates on the bar close, plus or minus the offset, and we have the cancel bars, number of bars, to actually get that. Way to look at this is, if I'm saying enter here, is it's putting an entry price at the close. So we actually get entered on this next continuation bar. You can see that by the white triangle. The green triangles indicate where our profit target 1, 2, and 3 were reached. White dots are our initial stop loss. These beige dots, that is a trailing stop. I've got it set at 15 ticks of profit to move the stop to entry plus 1. We now have new features where we can look to buy on a breakout, buy the high or sell the low of a bar. In the case of these wrinkle bars, that's typically going to be the same thing, but you could use this on tick bars, minute bars, or any other bar you may have. Fading bars, sell the high, buy the low, and then one interesting one is the marker. Now, I changed that here. I have to hit recalculate for that to get sent back to the chart. So now if I say to add a buy, you can see right there it's saying 68.38 is where the entry is going to be. I place my marker there and it calculates based on entering on that bar itself, not waiting till the next bar in this case. This marker being outside the bar, there was a no trade since that price was not reached. Here we have now, I'm going to switch back to close, move a couple of these down like so, and let's update. It didn't move close back. Okay, there we go. Let's say I want to go for a really big move like so. We have now an exit marker. I'm going to use exit markers. So let's say after a long run, I want to get out on any reversal bar. If I place the exit marker above that bar, it is going to exit a long trade, like so. So that would actually need to put one here by that rule, and it gives me the price as well. So exit markers placed above the bar will exit long trades. Below the bar will exit short trades. If you were to put an exit marker at a specific price, this would be good if you're looking for a particular price level. So this will be 68.84. It's going to go back and recalculate that, and it's going to actually exit that long at that price. If the exit marker is within the bar, it'll exit whether it's long or short. There's no trade on here, so nothing gets done there. But let's say I did re-enter there, it will exit. If I had multiple trades, it would still exit. So very, very nice feature there. Trailing EMA stop, that's been there for a while. It now has an offset added to that. So it'll be plus or minus ticks, plus or minus, same with the offset. So it varies whether it's a long trade or a short trade. Trade tab, nothing has really changed there, nor has it here on the group trades, ag stats, periods. Advanced options, this is where we have some changes. Here we have now added the custom trading hour sessions, where you can actually populate the entire chart and then you can come over here and quickly exclude certain time frames. These are all adjustable by the 30-minute period. And the big feature that's added here is integration with Bloodhound. So I can actually read a Bloodhound template's signals, place markers on the chart, and calculate my profit targets and stops based on that. So let us look at that. Let me go back over here, remove my markers, and I have a template loaded right now. I am using Smart Indicators Smart Dynamic Acceleration indication. That's actually coloring the bars here, and it is reading the Smart Trap Trader down here, and what it is looking for is where the change, the delta between one bar and the next, is accelerating. As you see here, you see these cyan bars, it's accelerating there. See the difference there and there. So yeah, I'm using actually 3 of Smart indicators here: the TTO, the Smart Dynamic Acceleration, and the Smart Price Band. Filtering, basically I'm only taking long trades when Smart Price Band is cyan, or short when it's red. So, and you can see the Bloodhound racing stripes there for each one of those. And here you see that we've got the template that's there. If you were to be changing your templates around and you don't see the correct one, you can just hit the refresh here and reload that. I'm going to call this that's TTO acceleration, right? Use the terminology, colorful TTO acceleration. So it's a CTA. I'm going to take long and shorts. I'm going to use the default 0.8 as the threshold. In this case, it's reading the Smart Accumulation Acceleration output, which outputs 0, 1, or 2 for long, 0, -1, -2 for short. So it is always going to be an even number. Well, I believe it is, isn't it? It should be 1. Yeah, that's 1. Okay. Alright, so add entries, and it's going to throw on 123 trade markers, just that quick. For some reason it's saying, oh yeah, NTO is no trade because of overlap. I was in one trade here already. I go over to the results, see the tab there. So if I disable that, say allow overlap, and it's going to enter each one of these and obviously give a much better result. Yeah, it's going to be kind of extreme with a 200. Take that back to 20. Alright, so not a bad strategy there for more or less 2 or 3 days, 288 ticks, 80% for your first target. Not too bad. See, call it CTA here because that was based on what I told it to call these red end signals. Any signal I mark manually is going to be setup 1, actually, which is actually another feature as well. I get it scattered here. So if I were to put in a trade here manually, it's going to call it SU1. So now if I were to say I wanted to mark up one signal, SU1, and then I wanted to mark up another signal, call it SU2. Got to refresh to get that setting back into the chart. When I sell here, it's going to be an SU2. Now the value of that, which I haven't really talked about in past videos much, is if we go to aggregate stats and I look at the setups here, I can filter by that. Well, I think I need to refresh to get SU2 in there. Yeah, so now we have CTA, SU2, and SU1. So I could see just the results for any one of those signals now. So that is the power of using that name parameter. That's also the case here for periods. So if you want to look by day, I'm just hitting the up and down arrows there, filtering through those. So that's just a little added thing there. We can also, using the Bloodhound template, I don't have a template set up for a Bloodhound exit, but we can add exit markers based on some logic that we feed into Bloodhound. Now, when we're adding, hundreds of TradeMarkers like this, that's where the value of this custom session comes in. You can do that in Bloodhound as well, but here we can do it and modify it very quickly and get our results. So, get those manual ones out of there. Scroll, get that up fresh. And that is the main feature. That's the main feature updates. There have been some enhancements on the load file. By default, it is going to ignore any file that you have on your PC more than 30 days old. I think most users you're not going to be loading every day a file more than that. And when you unclick this, it has to go through, and now it's going to read every file. And you may, is it going to give it to me if it takes a long time to read every file? Okay, it could give me a pop-up saying it took more than 5 seconds to read 345 files or something like that. If you are consistently getting that problem, I would suggest taking a number of your TradeMarker data files from the TradeMarker data folder in your documents folder and moving those to an archive should you need them, the older ones. But you can only load TradeMarkers that you have data on the chart for. So if you're doing a 6-month or a 1-year study, you have to kind of set your chart up specifically for that, because that is a whole lot of data to load in NinjaTrader. That sums up most of the major changes here. Like I said, please like the video, subscribe to it so you can get the updates. I will be going into more detail on each of these features in the coming days, looking at fade and highs and these breakout strategies, how to use the exit markers, and more details on importing from Bloodhound. All right. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.